Yay, Candace, you're here. Amazing. I didn't know if anyone had seen my post yet. Just getting everything set up. It is much colder out here today than I expected. I'm really glad that I brought my hot hands. No, 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 don't get that, buddy. No, no, no. That's why I have that right there, so you don't get it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So grateful to have you here. I'm going to give it a minute for everyone to join. And because the power of the energy coming through today, I am going to invite you to grab a crystal if you would like. I was guided to get shungite to honor and represent the void. Whew. Get my hot hands out for a minute. It is cold. Actually, I went for a walk with Bruiser this morning and I was sweating and now I'm like freezing. It's just crazy. Probably because I was sweating. Quit eating mud. Quit. Sit down. You're doing that because I took your... You don't need to eat the plastic, baby. No, don't eat it. No, you don't need to eat all that stuff. So that another thing I wanted to speak into is, and I know I've spoken into it before, but as a reminder, because I saw a beautiful sister posted on Instagram, and it was a reminder to speak into it here, is that our animals are going through ascension. You know, dogs, they have similar systems, just like cats, similar systems to ours. Quit. No. Sorry, he's trying to eat mud and dirt. Stop. No. And he's not listening to me. Stop. No. Sit down. No, sit down. So, sorry, they're going through ascension symptoms, and their bodies are going to be going through similar to what ours go through. So if you notice that your animals are wanting to sleep more, or they seem a little bit clingy, more clingy than normal, or maybe their eating habits have changed, this is normal, because they are moving through what you are moving through. Very, very similar. Remember, you know, everything in your reality is a reflection of you. And a lot of our animals are here as assistants, guides. They are boots on the ground as well, if you will. So I want everyone to just keep that in heart, that your animals, you know, honor them, love them, don't force them to do anything, especially if they're not feeling like getting up and doing much. Just know that I'm not saying don't watch after them if their bodies or something is moving through what you would say would be a little bit out of the ordinary. But if it lasts longer than a few days, then maybe look into it a little bit deeper. But, you know, I quit taking Bruiser to the vet. I haven't taken him to the vet in years because I quit putting all the chemicals in his body. You know, they're supposed to get those yearly shots and stuff. Just like we don't need to be, you know, pumping our body full of harmful chemicals. We don't need to be pumping their bodies full of harmful chemicals. So we have created the scenario for them to be in that type of situation. If they were in the wild, then they would not need those things. They don't need those things with us either. Good morning, Becca. That's not surprising. Interestingly enough, like my dad has been sleeping a lot more recently. I mean, like every day he sleeps a good bit of the day, which is not normal. But I have been wanting to sleep more, right? So I can tell the masculine is definitely, the vessel of the masculine is definitely going through it. So is the feminine, obviously. The feminine is leading and the masculine is joining. So it's an interesting journey. Yeah, it's a very good thing that you don't vaccinate, Becca. That's something, I vaccinated him for the first year because I wasn't yet in that awareness, right? And then once I realized that his body didn't need it, I pulled him out of that. And you know, that's something, just like when we get them fixed, when we go and we get them spayed and neutered, you really should never get them spayed or neutered at that 6-month mark. You need to let their bodies receive all of the HGH that they can receive. You need to let them go through the growth of becoming a closer to an adult dog than not. I'm not saying wait till they're 2 years old, but at least wait till they're a year to get them, if you're going to do it, because trust me, it's harmful on their bodies. I didn't wait with Bruiser, and I wish I had, because he's a big dog. He's 104 pounds. So his body really needed access to those hormones. And I've had to do a lot from my end to make up for that. But it was a beautiful way for me to learn how to tap into my own abilities and activate his body from a place of energy, which is what I've done. And his body is more healthy than it ever has been. And that's on the heels of an injury that was supposed to have surgery. That's what the vets kept telling me. He's going to have surgery. Now he's walking perfectly, you guys. Like literally his jump, he has range of pull, like almost 100% range of motion. I would say probably about 85 to 90%, where 6 months ago he was probably at about 50%. And that's just from me working within his physical body, just like what I do here for you guys. I do it for him. I call in, I anchor codes, I call in his body of light, and I activate it, and I call him into his highest timeline. Because if he, you know, they're a reflection of us, our animals are, and especially if your animal is a guide, if your pet is a guide that's here to assist you, then you need to make sure that you are setting the stage energetically so that they can be there to work with you in that higher frequency. So that's something just to keep in heart. Oops, sorry. I just got Marley. Oh yeah, no. That's good, Becca. Anything, as long as it's over that 6-month mark, you're good. Like Marley's really grown into his body. You know, he's at a good place. So I think that's perfect. That's perfect. I know your cat. I know your cat was attacking him a good bit. Bless his heart. Hello, Charlotte. Welcome, my dear. So grateful to have you with us. Thank you for joining. I was waiting a moment and trying to give everyone a moment to tune in between the post on Instagram and the post on here. I was hoping enough people would see it to join, because, man, thank you guys. I'm getting close to 500 subscribers, and that's literally going from being at that like close to 200 mark, but not quite 200, to almost 500 in just a matter of days. So and just the feedback you guys are leaving me is so amazing. I am so grateful to have each and every one of you here. You are all such beautiful beings of light. So thank you. Yeah, I know your cat was being so mean to him. He was attacking him. Bless his heart. Well, sending love. Welcome. We have Sweden, Amsterdam here. Beautiful. Welcome. So grateful to have you all joining live. Thank you, beautiful Charlotte. Thank you, Becca. Becca has been with me in my group space and my soul pod and worked with me 101. She's from Australia for many months now. So Becca's she's been here to watch the growth of this channel and my offering. It took me a while to get back to YouTube. I was in that state of not really knowing how to offer myself. So I want to give this message to all of you guys, because I know those of you that are tuning in here are light workers. Welcome, Tucson, Arizona. Welcome. Thank you guys for dropping into the chat. Thank you for declaring your light. Thank you guys. Thank you, all of you beautiful light workers. And thank you for showing your light here. Thank you, Starseeds. It took me a while to step into this platform again and offer, because I was super nervous on how do I offer the totality of all that I am. Because I was in groups of souls for a while that literally wanted me to offer for them. They wanted me to offer for them freely, but they really didn't know how to explain what I offered. So they wanted me to be a part of a group and be a part of an offering, but they didn't really know how to place me. And so it was kind of like I could feel it energetically from them. It was kind of like this embarrassment of, you don't fit in the box of healing. And there are two different sides to spiritual offerings. There are those that still offer in that box of business that are kind of afraid to be fully in their light. And I've been there. That was what I was. But when I stepped out of that box, you guys, my truth was not able to be contained. It was a coming home for myself again and again. Every time I get to connect with each of you, I get to see myself reflected back through each of you. We are all mirrors. And if we confine ourselves to groups of souls that are afraid to shine, then that's the type of mirror we get in return. We can only receive what we allow. So I allow myself to shine brightly, and I receive others that allow themselves to shine brightly. At least I hope that's what you're doing. If you hear my voice shaking, I'm a bit cold, so trying to get some warmth from Helios. We are going to be doing some really awesome activating, you guys. We are being joined by Dragon Eloheim. I'm going to be offering from my Seraphim Light Body, Sasha Mara. And we are being joined, Seraphim, Dragon Elohim. I really feel Mother of Dragon energy has been very present. And that's really coming through in that that Dragon Elohim. And and the Magdalena and Hathors, they're definitely going to be present. I want everyone to also recognize that these energies, we talk about dragon energy, seraphim energy, Elohim, angelic. These are all what I would say are the ancient ones, the primordial purities, those that are the essence of creation, the purest essence of creation. They are all very, very similar, but they are also extremely unique in their signature vibration. So if you've worked with these energies, right, you know that. There are those of us that when we tap into our clairs, there's some that don't necessarily see images, but they feel. And I'm also really, really cold because the energies are coming in. I want you guys to also recognize this. When you tune into this energy, not everyone receives it the same. I don't see images all the time. There are times where it is black and white, but I see with how I feel. I see with what I sense, and I see with what I recognize, with what I hear. And it's an experience, it's a frequency. And so when I'm tuned into it, I know that frequency. I recognize it. It's a knowing, and I want you to trust that knowing. I want you to trust that intuitive guidance. You don't always have to see images, but you can request, especially with the energy coming through today, because this is coming from some very, very powerful solar codes and angelic codes, dragon codes. You can set that as your intention to have your third eye more activated, more open. If you set that with your intention, also with the intention to embody your highest frequency of sovereignty, then it shall be fulfilled. Recognizing that your higher self and all of these energies are going to oversee what is taking place. And if energetically you are able to step into that, it is going to be possible. And before you receive this, I want you to know that everything is possible. The reason why I say that is that sometimes when we step into receiving, we are still holding on to energies that are not supporting our ascension. And that creates, think of a cup that is full. And if you're trying to receive, your cup might be running over, but it also could be running over with energy that is kind of creating some sludge. It's backing up and it's not free flowing. So if the energy that's building up is not going to allow what you are receiving to expand from within you, we need to be prepared to let it go. And as many of you are tuning into my channel for the first time, this is something that you will hear me speak into a lot. If you're going to be joining me on this journey to any degree, recognize as a purity code carrier, what I provide is always going to be asking you to release, to receive, so that you can receive the fullness of yourself and you can receive the immense abundance and prosperity of you. So I invite you to see right now, what are you holding on to? What belief, what friendships, what relationships, what perceptions are you holding on to that is preventing you from moving forward and preventing you from moving in that upward spiral of ascension? I want you to become aware of it. And I know that each of you do not doubt what you are receiving, because it's going to be in the forefront as soon as I say it. It's going to come right into your awareness. And if this is something that keeps you comfortable, it's the reason why you're holding on to it, right? I want each of you to be prepared to start letting it go. And because I'm here on these lives to assist you guys, Becca is very well used to this. So is Candace. Candace is still here, I believe. And I'm not for sure if I have any more from my soul pod or my 101s. Those are the only ones I saw drop in the comments. You can let me know in the comments if there is anything that you would like for me to assist you with. I'm using this opportunity to work with those of you that are here. If you feel like you need assistance in moving through something, please drop it in the chat and I will assist you guys as we head into this transmission. Yes, Candace. Dang right you're still here. I love you, my dear. And I'm so grateful that you and Becca are joining us. And I want each of you to recognize that, and of course, if you don't want to, we're going to jump right into it. It's 1717. But I just wanted to offer this opportunity, because this is what I do. I'm here to assist you guys in any way. And this allows those that are not working with me one-on-one, that have not chosen that are not in the soul pod, to receive assistance, to receive guidance, so that you can see that it is available. You know, anytime I drop in on these lives, this is something that I want to always offer, so that everyone has an opportunity to receive that. Because there was a comment that was left on one of my videos, and I'm about to jump into it. I just wanted to offer this really quickly. There's a comment that's made, it was something along the lines that, and I'm not for sure what it was in regards to, but it was talking about making other light workers look bad. And I think it was energetically, in what I'm feeling into, it was energetically in regards to the fact that there is a request of an energy exchange if you want to work one-on-one or in a group. A light worker, okay? If you are a true light worker, I want you to know it's not just a title, it's a rite of passage. A light worker is a star seed. We work with light. That is what we do. And the energy exchange in this realm is based upon balance. But we have gotten away from balance. So in order for the one that is providing the energy to be able, it's not just only about that, it's also about agreement. You guys are tuning in right now and you are agreeing to receive this transmission. But because there is not an individual agreement made, I can only offer to a certain capacity. It's still a pretty big capacity. But when you step into a one-on-one, you are receiving directly in an agreement. And that agreement allows you to receive at the totality at which your higher self and you have agreed to energetically. So then we can really get down to the individual assessment, if you will. We can get down to the individual coding. So there's those that are working through the what I call the light worker wound, where you feel that you have to sacrifice, there's self-sacrifice involved. And as the light worker wound goes, it says a light worker must give freely, gives freely, gives freely, gives freely. We do. We give freely by stepping inside and doing the inner work and allowing that inner work to reverberate throughout all space and time. Anyone that is wanting to receive from us outside of what we give freely must be agreed upon in exchange of energy. That's the way that this realm works. And until that is no longer needed in New Earth, that is how we operate, because that is how we balance energy. That is how the frequencies are upheld. And so I want everyone to realize that it is not coming from a place of selfishness or ego, because light workers, true light workers that have gone through the cleansing rites, we don't have an egoic perception of me versus them or us versus them. It is, we are all working together within what is necessary and needed for this realm. Hey Greg, welcome my brother. There's another one of our Soul Pod members. So I just wanted to say that. So I guess no one is wanting any assistance today, so we're going to step into it. So we are bringing through some pretty powerful energies. I would recommend, if you guys have a crystal, to grab a crystal. These are going to be solar codes, dragon codes, angelic codes. I say it's powerful. For those of you guys on my Soul Pod, I'm not for sure if it's going to be powerful, but maybe not as intense as what you guys are used to experiencing, but it's still going to be intense. If you guys want the full-fledged, you're more than welcome to step into the Soul Pod or do a one-on-one. Those are all, my one-on-ones are donation based. All right. Just setting the stage. So if you guys would like to go ahead, since we're going to be working with dragon energies, if you guys would like to call in your dragon guide, I'm feeling the invitation to do that. So please go ahead and call your dragon guide in. Maybe you work with a specific dragon energy, or maybe you are feeling an invitation to work with a specific dragon energy right now. Please go ahead and call that energy in. Ooh, that wind is cold. I'm asking for heat. I'm going to connect into and through the base of my spine, the base of my neck, and the base of my spine into Helios. And I know when the there we go. I know when the children of purity step forward, it's going to be intense, and I will definitely be warm then. Okay, you guys, so being guided to ask everyone to just move around, open your energies up, go ahead and do some tapping, break the energies up a little bit. Hathors have been very present. I know a lot of us have been experiencing the opening of the throat chakra and higher activation, so throat has been a little bit scratchy. My body, seriously, since we did that transmission, you guys, those in my Soul Pod, I did that on the heels of doing that one-on-one, and my body, and then we did JJ's gathering last night. My body feels just absolutely like it's been beat up. So I can't promise that you guys are not gonna feel a little bit beat up, but just know that if you end up having any lower back pain or anything in the physical, it is a reflection of what is happening energetically. We are being expanded, we are being opened, and so our body is going to feel a little bit sore. Okay, for some of you, maybe for all of you after this transmission, it just depends on your capacity of receivership. Gorashiande no makuya sia kute shondoronia kuya sia kutarashandia no makuya sia tarashondoyania sukutiania kushatiania kushatiani. No 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 no. Goshayani. All right. If you guys are ready, remember I'm starting to get worn out because I can feel the solar codes just streaming in. I've definitely been feeling Isis, Ra, and Anubis. They're stepping forward. Isis, Ra, and Anubis are going to be creating a spherical grid around everyone. I feel the energy. They're going to be creating a spherical grid, and the spherical grid is assisting in your ability to receive, your ability to tap in and tune into these energies. These are extremely high frequency energies that are coming through, and I want everyone to really to surrender yourself. I want you to trust your clairs. I want you to trust what you hear, what you see, what you sense, and what you feel. It is because I'm going to be communicating telepathically in terms of integrating the solar codes, because that's how the children of purity work. So you might be receiving from them, you might be hearing a lot. You're probably going to feel some third eye and some crown energies. So we want to be sure that we are in full surrender so that we can move into the void without any problems. I can tell you right now that there's going to be a lot of that coming in. So I want you to trust. I want you to trust yourself, and I want you to trust what you receive. It is all real, it is all true, and it is all what you are receiving. It is your energy. So let's go ahead and start just moving your energy. Let's make sure that you are tuning into what is coming in. So if it feels aligned, and I would love for each of you to work on this, just practice it. Practice moving your hands. Just practice moving your hands and tuning into the energy and just feeling what it feels like when you do this. You should be able to feel a slight difference or a big difference when you begin to pull that energy down. And let's go ahead and set our intention. So if you have a specific intention that you would like to place, I would like for you to place that in your heart. Hold it in your heart. It's going to expand, and you're going to be enveloped in your intention throughout this. And I'm going to set an intention for this group that, first and foremost, we are receiving for the highest good of all and the harm of none. We are receiving always within the purity of source light. We are receiving the highest of the divine light, and we are receiving at a frequency that is beyond and above any type of 3D egoic transmission. So what we are receiving is coming from super consciousness. And I set the intention that each of you receives the highest point of clarity that is necessary and needed for you. And I set the intention that if there is anything that you are holding in your physical body, your emotional body, or your mental body, that you are able to release anything that is holding you captive, or at least allow it to come into your awareness so that you can shift into a higher perception. Because remember, that's what holds you captive, is your own belief. Everyone is you. So if you see others as a separation of you, then you are separating yourself from your heart, and you're separating your soul through your ego. So let us begin. I would like everyone to begin taking deep breaths. Going ahead, shifting into the tone. You might hear a lot of ringing in your ears. I do right now. There's a lot of high frequencies coming in. And as the conduit, as the transmitter, I'm going to open up each of you. You all are conduits. We are all conduits. As the transmitter, I am going to be offering through my spoken words, I'm going to be offering each of you a higher attunement. What comes through naturally in these transmissions is an expansion of your channel. And if you allow, and if you choose, you can start tuning into your inner channel of light and into these codes and into these frequencies with greater purpose. So if you speak light, I always want you to join, and I always want you to use your hands if it is aligned. If it feels more comfortable to just receive still, then that's perfectly fine. Allow yourself to become intimate with the light. Whether you scribe it, speak it, move, and guide it, allow yourself to become intimate with the light. Because you are the light is you. As you are dropping deeper into the body, I want you to recognize with each in-breath, I want you to feel the expansion of the body. And each out-breath, feel the lightness that follows. Allow that exhale to be audible. Opening up the mouth, doing dragon's breath or fire breath. And now with your dragon guide, let's tune into some dragon energies, some earth dragons, wood dragons, water dragons, fire dragons, and we're going to ground. So I would like for you to see your roots. You guys have joined me before. You're aware of how I like to see my roots. I like to see them as the energetic roots that they are, reaching down through the ground, reaching towards the heart of Gaia. Reaching down to embrace her in a hug. And when I feel that hug, I feel that solidification. I feel that pulling down. Earth mothers and earth fathers are also joining us. And they are joining at the base, overseeing the so below. And I'm feeling Pleiadian star mothers, mother dragons, as above. And of course, since we have got a lot of angelic energy, a lot of seraphim energy coming in, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron are joining. And they are overseeing the totality of this. So I want to solidify everyone's grounding into the soul, into the earth star. Beautiful. And then in the soul star as above, just solidifying that anchor point. Beautiful. And so if you feel some tickling, some some prickly feelings in the crown, it's okay. That's just the energy. Same thing at the base of your spine or at the bottom of your feet. You might feel the dragons or mother and father, the earth mothers and earth fathers at the feet. at the bottom of the feet, tickling. So I'm going to ask Isis, Anubis, and Ra. I want everyone to become aware as they are working this spherical grid, and they are creating a geometric pattern, an interwoven pattern of solar codes. These are golden codes of light. And this is beginning at the Earth star, and then it is coming up, it is enveloping, and it is going all the way around and anchoring into the Soul star. It is actually coming in through the Sun star. But that's the egg shape that is being created. So you can think of yourself when you step into this now in an egg. And when we are done, you're going to be stepping out of the egg reborn. So you are going through a birthing process. Allow yourself to surrender all that is necessary so that you may be reborn. And I would like for you to speak that as your intention now, as we step into and move into the heart, that you declare that you are releasing all that is limiting you energetically. And I want you to be prepared to uphold that declaration. When this comes into your awareness, be prepared to uphold that declaration. For this is how we ascend within the light. This is how we ascend a new earth. We hold on to nothing. Because as creators, we are all things and we are no thing. We are energy. We are always in motion. We attach to nothing. All right. Everyone check your dial. Remember, and I'm going to also let everyone become aware that this dial today is not only working for the physical, but it is working for each of your energy bodies. So you can always start it low and then tune it up. That's what I would prefer, because you need to see how your body's going to feel. These solar codes are intense. Becca, Candace, Greg can all tell you they are intense. You want to make sure that you are starting low and then turning it up. Because afterwards, especially if you've got anywhere to be, you don't want to be so like jello depleted that you can't operate. All right, everyone, take a deep breath. And let us start moving into the heart. I would like everyone to place their hands on their heart. Become aware of the crystalline chambers that lay energetically below your hands. There are 4 chambers here. Today, we are going to be moving through the central chamber. Technically, there's 5. But the central chamber, the middlemost chamber, which is actually on top. It's not really a part of the other 4. It kind of is the everything. All of the 4 are based on this, which is your diamond DNA. So we are going to be accessing ourselves from within the 0 point, the ether, the in-between, the 0 gravity point. And from within this space, we are accessing and activating our diamond DNA. That's what I just heard is coming through. So that's why I say be sure your dial is set low. You can always turn it up. There is also going to be an attunement that is taking place within your emotional body and how you are connected energetically to Gaia. There's always grid work that we can be doing, right, through these transmissions. So those of you guys that are grid workers, please tune into that and see what you are being asked to do by your guides in this transmission that just came through. If you are not familiar with grid work can hold many meanings, I feel, but it is simply how you weave light, how you connect yourself with intention and purpose. So with the intentions that you have set, if you would like to step into a grid worker role, by all means, please do. And allow yourself to become aware that you are doing this with intention, purpose, and we are working together with Gaia and these energies. So you can go from just a pure receivership role to an actual active role if it's aligned. So if that is aligned, ask your guides what your role is in this transmission, what you are meant to be doing, and then allow yourself to step into that role and fulfill it during this transmission. Garashundia kuyasiata shokundaya no makuyasiatia shokundaya no makuyasiatia shando nur hiakundeya. And let us go ahead and move into the heart. I am going to be speaking light to move everyone through energetically. So energetically, I will also be a guide of sorts. You will feel me assisting you in the transition. So I would like everyone to become aware. I can already feel everything opening up. I would like everyone to become aware of the gateway that is opening. We are going to go through this gateway with our guide. So however it is aligned for you to join with your guide, please do so now. Allow yourself to become intimate and see the opening, the doorway. Take one more deep breath. I'm going to go ahead and put my charger up. Take another deep breath. And let us move in. Siku ata ushaka ikadati kundadono makui iki ki 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 chamber of the heart. This antechamber is for calibration. So we are joined now by the 7 Hathors. And the 7 Hathors are going to be calibrating in our preparation for moving forward. And it's interesting because up until now, I was not sure where we were going to be moving to. I had not received that we were going to the central sun. So I'm asking now where we are being taken. Interesting. So we're going to stay in the in-between. We are going into a chamber. This chamber is linked to the central cavern of Gaia and to the central sun. So we are going to be in this chamber. Once we are calibrated, we are going to go into another chamber in the in-between. And I'm hearing that this is, of course, as always, very purposeful, very intention-based. And they're going to give me everything else from that point forward. We might be moving from there into the central sun. So first of all, let's get calibrated by the Hathors. Gorashiandi Naku. Hiya tu 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 hiya kuma tu 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 hiya kundendeya hurindina yuwa Gindayo. Hey, hey, hey. Allowing that calibration to integrate. The 7 Hathors are also working within each of your chakras. Opening up, activating, accelerating the ascension. Accelerating, they are working as the light, of course. So I'm definitely feeling that acceleration. now we are going to be guided into this chamber. What I am hearing is that we are going to be receiving instructions within this chamber. This is where we are going to be joined with the Magdalena. Chamber is a necessary point of receivership from the central and the central caverns of Gaia. So I want everyone to be aware of the energy that you are receiving in this space that we're going into. So when we move into it, there is going to be a connection that comes in through your soul star and a connection that comes in from your earth star. So that way that you can receive, because everything that we're going to do in this cavern is going to reverberate on the planetary level. So I would love for everyone, again, that chose to step into this as a grid worker to fulfill that purpose. I would like for you to become aware that that purpose that you received is being presented to you again. That's coming into your awareness. When you step into this chamber, we are going to begin that. Okay, I would like to see this gateway opening up once again. Join with your guides. 7 Hathors are also going to be joining us. Once again, I will speak light and usher us into. Beautiful. Now we are in a much larger chamber, blah, 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 blah. We are in a much larger chamber. We are still in the in-between. And what I'm seeing is there is a rainbow light that is coming down and anchoring into our soul star. There is a diamond light that is coming up from the earth star. So I would like for each of you to become aware of this. Sindia kuri sindia kunaya kusia kuya sukundarishia kusia 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 inga dereshikindia kura nayo saitia kusiande kuakiata. Asking Pleiadian star mothers, dragon mothers to oversee the anchoring into the soul star, as well as your higher self. Now, we are going to go ahead and call in our higher selves. And I would like for earth mothers, earth fathers, and again, earth dragons, fire dragons, water dragons, to oversee the anchoring into the so below, into the earth. So I would like for each of you now to, as you call in your higher self, I would like for you to repeat after me. You can say this inwardly or you can actually speak it, whatever is most aligned. I am the higher self. I am the light divine. I am love. I am sovereign free will. I am fixed design. Because we are already in the in-between, in an energetic place of calibration and anchoring, we are only going to state it once. That is all that is necessary, as it is reverberating infinitely. So feel that connection into your higher self. I am now going to step into my my Seraphim Light Body, Sasha Mara. Shande kunde kuya kare shia kia teya sondo shande kumare laru kuma gri kuyande ku ashu a. So now I would like for you to see before you the intention, the purpose that was given to you as a grid worker. It is appearing before you in some format. Maybe on a scroll, maybe combined with a symbol or colors, but it is being presented before you. I would like for you to see this as a contract, an agreement. And I would like for you to speak words of light to solidify the agreement as we step into this. Kitai Ushande Urukia Maku Isakuraku Ika Ande Uruk Ah. I am complete, and so it is. And then follow it with I am complete, and so it is. Beautiful. Beautiful job, everyone. Now, work as weavers of light with the Magdalenas. The Magdalena energy is stepping forward. Dragon Elohim is stepping forward. Seraphim dragons are stepping forward. Seraphim are dragons, but they have, just like we have different unique vessels, they have different unique vessels, and some of those are more akin to the dragon form that we know, and they look but yet still different. And then they also have very human-like appearances as well. I am also feeling cherubim energies. And we are working within diamond DNA format, the blueprint of purity, grace, and harmony. Now, for each of you, I want you to become aware that this is going to energetically call a lot. It's going to ask a lot of you. I would like for you to honor that. As we step forward, we are going to be weaving light into and through the energy bodies of Gaia. And we are going to be pulling down from the central sun, from that connection point. We are going to be pulling down codes, solar frequencies, and weaving it. And then we are going to pull up from the Earth Star, from the central chambers of Gaia, and weaving that. So let's first and foremost start with the grounding aspect, the vibration, what I see it as the structure, the foundation. So we're going to be pulling up from the central chamber. Remember, you are in a 0 point. You are in the void. You can bring anything into your awareness that you desire. The 5D etheric has many aspects that are not based in physical touch. They are energy. To invite each of you to call upon your 5D etheric wand and to use that wand to guide the streams of light. Let us begin. Remember, use your tonality of spoken light. The Hathors are going to be joining with each of us as we speak this and as we weave this. The Magdalenas, I feel, are joining with the hand motions, and the Hathors are joining with the spoken expression. So if you are able to do both, even if it's just noises, I would invite you to do it. If it's singing, please do it. If it's speaking, please do it, whatever it is. And I also want you to become aware that this is activating your diamond DNA. Let us begin. And if you are not sure, just follow what I'm doing. And I would like for you to become aware that the Magdalenas are joining with you. Feel their presence, feel their energy. This is very much an energy of Kundalini. And also become aware, as you are speaking, you are weaving. As you are moving, you are weaving. As you are envisioning, you are weaving. I would like for you to see the dragons and the angelic energy. They are creating a spherical portal of purification. And they are also playing. And they are saying, remember, this is a playground. Have fun, weave, and create. Urusha kiateya. Urusha tiakua. And I would like for you to take a moment and feel the presence of expansion through your heart. Feel the presence of expansion through your root. Feel the energy as it is expanding through the entirety of your being from the root to the heart. There is so much expansion happening. There is so much opening happening. There is so much rehabilitation, recalibration, and calibration happening. Tune into that joy. Lots of ear ringing. And see what is coming into your awareness when you are doing this with Gaia, Terra, your mother, your sister. When we say mother, we mean a mother creatrix. She is a mother creatrix consciousness. She is also a sister creation consciousness. Join with those energies and feel the connection. And now we are being guided to pull down from the solar, from the central sun, and we are being joined by the children of purity. And now, as you guys are weaving, I am going to be working within the clairs, joining you, opening up this energy a little bit. Garushande. Sing your song of creation. Sing your song of diamond, golden, activated frequencies as you weave the webs of light. Meura shoyati ande hunde asurandea ugashi ande nai o yende o koyande aronde o jao yande o kandera maku yaru ku. Feel the reverberation throughout all space and time. The work that you are doing here matters. For those of you that stepped into this as a grid worker for the first time, I celebrate you. We celebrate you. What a joyous experience this is. Geru karak ingande usha kumada ya diakua. Gandhi Gikayato. All right, beautiful souls, let's wrap it up. We are going to finalize. So anything that you feel the need to finalize with your wand, please do so now. Remember, this is a playground. De shukuyasia kude ndara kiyo kuyasia tarakati ndara inga de andurukiyaku. All right, everyone. Beautiful job. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. First of all, as we finalize this, let us give our thanks to each other. We are going to continue moving through. This is not the end, but I do want you to celebrate the work that was done here. I want you to celebrate the coming together, and I want you to feel the presence of work that we have done with all of those that you are connected with. I want you to become aware inwardly. You're feeling the energy open and expand right now. You're feeling it flow and open up that channel, that the throat, the heart, the third eye, the crown, the reflection of community, the reflection of working together within the light. So I would like for you to repeat after me. We are complete, and so it is. And let us seal this off. I would like for you to go above you and do that. And then below you and do that. Beautiful. And now I would like for each of you to join with your guide. And we are now in the antechamber. This time we will be calibrated. And I want everyone to write, I want everyone to know this is a very important part, the calibration part. The moving in and moving back out and doing this all together. Please understand that this process is necessary in this way. So we are being joined by the 7 Hathors and the Magdalenas, and this calibration is also working within all of your energy bodies. It is calibrating you to come back into the physical so that you can not only bring all of this back, but so that you can do so with greater ease and fluidity. Nakura. Tuk 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 tuk. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, beautiful everyone. Now we'd like for you to see final gateway, final doorway opening up. I'd like for you to join with your guides, Hathors, and the Magdalenas as they usher us through the final gateway to the physical. Now we are back into the physical, so just feel yourself coming back into the physical. Give yourself a moment. Bring your hands together. Slowly open your eyes, tapping your body, just bringing that energy back in. And to close the circle, I want everyone to say, I am complete, and so it is. So we are just sealing everything off. And of course, as always, when everyone is ready, I would love for you to drop into the chat and let me know what you experienced, if it is aligned. That was an amazing experience. And I love, love, love that there was that invitation for many of you to step into offering yourself in a space of greater interaction. And I do feel that there was many that were just receiving, but I do feel that there were those that stepped into that. So thank you. And I know that there are many leaving because many don't want to drop into the comments. That's okay. But for those that would like to, I would love to hear your feedback. because this is when we allow ourselves to be expressive as a community. And I know a lot of times it's easy to just run and receive, right? To just come and receive because it's here. But when we share our experience together, it allows us to really experience that as a family and a community. And I think that's amazing. That's okay. And if you can't recall, I want you guys to know that's okay, because energetically you are remembering it, right? But you might, it might not, it's not, it's going to present itself to you in divine alignment. So I think that's, I want everyone to open yourself and allow that to be okay. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that into the awareness, Betsy. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, everyone. Oh, well, that's amazing. That's amazing that it worked with you and your twin flame. I love that. Okay, thank you, Candace. I am so much like you, Charlotte. Like, for me, I see with my senses. So I might not see the image, but I see it because like, as soon as I feel the energy, that I am like, I hear, right? In my clairs, I am given the words. Oh, that's amazing, Linda. I'm so glad you joined. And I'm so excited to hear if you feel like sharing. When you have an opportunity to tune in outside of work. I think that's amazing. Love you guys. Seriously, I love you all. And I'm so excited that I had so many of you joining in this live. What a beautiful blessing. What a beautiful treat it is to share in this with each of you. And, you know, I definitely am I'm always going to continue to bring these forward. If anyone would like to schedule one that's a bit more in depth and intense, my one-on-ones are open. Those are donation based, but they do. Yes, I figured that was you, Linda. Yes. And I also have my group space that's available. It's a monthly space, but if not, then you guys have these here whenever I go live. So if anyone is interested, I will drop it in the comments afterwards. I will drop my my email. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys so very much, and I am really looking forward to the next live and the next gathering and seeing what comes through. All right, Miss Brittany. Well, Brittany, if you have a pin, I can give it to you real quickly, or if anyone else is interested. It's Divine Solar Feminine Rising at gmail.com, which I'm definitely going to put that in the comments anyways. So if anyone else is interested in a one-on-one, or if anyone is interested in joining my group space, which is a monthly paid space, you can email me there. I'm really looking forward to our session together, Linda. And I know Becca's got one coming up with me as well. So, yeah. And if Becca or Candace is still here, or anyone, if anyone wants to drop that in the chat for me, I would be very grateful. Divine Solar Feminine Rising, DIVINE, Solar, SOLAR, Feminine, FEMININE, Rising, RISING, at gmail.com. I know, I love all the love too, Becca. So Divine Solar Feminine Rising at gmail.com. Thank you. And I am so grateful that you all are open to honoring that exchange of energy. You know, if these sessions are aligned, if you are getting what you feel that is aligned and intended, just know that those are even more, right? Because I can offer more in that type of setting. So you will for sure not only get what you invest, but you will get much more, because I want everyone to experience the abundance of themselves, which comes through me because I'm a reflection of you. But when you invest your energy, you're not investing it in me. Of course, yes, it is an exchange, but you're investing it to receive the totality of yourself in return. That's the way I like to look at it. And the group space, for anyone that's interested, month to month, the payments begin 16th of each month. It is not a recurring payment, so I don't just take it out. If you want to go, like everyone lets me know from month to month, if you want to stay, great. If not, I just remove you from the WhatsApp group, but you will have access to all the recordings, all the past recordings, everything is available. So you have access to all of my works. And I will put you in the Facebook group. Even though it's not active, it does have previous recordings in it. And then you will have access to the links on YouTube that are for my Soul Pod only. And that begins at $222 a month. That's for the basic. That's where you have access to me on WhatsApp, and you get the lives and all the links and stuff. And of course, any lives that come up that are not listed in public. And then for $277, we have Zoom sessions every month where we come together, very similar to what just took place. We come together as a group and we do work. We receive our highest points of activation. We actually work as our higher selves. We connect in, we merge with our higher selves, and we do work. We do activations we come together as a golden circle, and we do grid work. We receive whatever we are meant to receive in that now moment, and we integrate it through our own channel, and we do it together. So it's not just a space of receiving, but it's a space of where you are learning how to be actively involved. So it's okay, Brittany. Don't ever be sorry. You're fine, my dear. And that second tier is $277. So the 222 is access to everything, 277 access to everything, plus 2 extra Zoom sessions a month. That's possibly going to 3 here in the next month or so, and those are pretty intense, just so you guys know. The email address is divine solar feminine rising at gmail.com. And my Instagram, you can find me on and Facebook with my name, Éoaccí Ein. So you can find me on there as well, and you can message me on there. Hello, Quasar. So you guys are welcome. You can email me, or you can find me on social media and message me. Either way you want to go. Whatever's easiest for you. So that's the deal. You guys. We do have our second one of this month, which of course it falls on the 16th. So if anyone joins for the group space, I will say that the group space, the 101s are fantastic, but in terms of your evolution, I find that the group space is a really good place, because for what most invest in for a 101, you're paying pretty much that. Most people usually pay between $111 to $211 for a 101, and the group space. So just depending on what you feel most comfortable stepping into. But if you ever have any questions, or you are having trouble moving through something, you have access in the WhatsApp group. So you can just drop in there and say, hey, this is what I'm moving through. You've got a group of souls that are there to support you. And so you're never moving through anything alone. You have, because I have, that was something you were reaching out to me on, just on social media. I'm not going to be as present on social media for that type of thing, because that's also an energy exchange. Although I will be there to help you as much as I can, if you're really wanting that type of assistance, plus being an active worker of light, that's what we're doing. So it's pretty well rounded, I feel. And then of course the 101, same thing. Go in there, receive your activations, receive the channeled guidance and everything that comes through, and those sessions are recorded. So it's whatever's aligned for you guys, whatever you want to do. So thank you for receiving. I'm so excited to hear from those of you that are going to reach out, and whatever is most aligned for you, I fully support and I celebrate, and I love you. I love you all so much, and I want you to know that you are loved and you are never alone. And I do hope that more and more souls are able to witness that. Yes, it is amazing. We are all a family. We love each other like family. We support each other like family. And it's not a place where you have to be there every month, but the months that you do choose to be there, you have a full support system. So, and I share codes in there. I share, anything that comes through in terms of codes. So, you have access to my energy and everything that comes through. So I just want everyone to be aware of that. All right, you guys. Thank you, Miss Betsy. Is this the Betsy from JJ's community? I recognize the name. I just didn't know if it was the same one. Because I know I've got a handful that have Oh, wonderful. I thought so. Hello, Miss. So grateful to have you joining here as well. I've got to step into that community. I've been wanting to step in and drop in what's been for me, but I can tell my phone is like, we've had enough energy. So I want to thank you all for joining. I want to thank you all for the work. I want to thank you all for committing your time and your energy to this, as you could have been anywhere else and you could have been doing anything else, but you chose to spend an hour and 15 minutes here, and you chose to do it in a place where you could expand yourself and anchor your light. And that is something that I absolutely celebrate. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I look forward to hearing from those that are interested. For those of you that are going to be tuning into the next live, it's always spontaneous. So whenever that next live is, will probably be in a few days. And I will also have another pre-recorded video coming out soon. I do feel that is going to be a reflection of what took place today. So I do feel the 7 Hathors and the Magdalena energy, as I will be speaking from my Sasha Mara energy, will be providing light language to support what came through. So I would like for those of you that were here to be aware of that. That will be coming through in a few days. So thank you. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all so very much. I would love for you to give yourselves love, gratitude, and give yourself what is necessary and needed as you move through this expansion. Give yourself rest, give yourself plenty of water, honor your body, and recognize that there is a lot in motion. You are expanding, and everything that is happening with purpose. So calm your mind, honor your body, and love yourself. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in the next live and talking to some of you guys one-on-one. Until next time, Adonai.